gamers! It's me. I'm here and I'm playing the Bazaar. Whatever happened to that band OMC? I'm gonna blow your mind, okay? You know that band OMC that sings How Bizarre? In the hot, hot sun. Wanna know the rest? Hey, by the rights, How Bizarre. That one? Did you know they're from New Zealand? I learned they were from New Zealand when my friend from New Zealand was like, did you know that band is from New Zealand? It has to be Toxic Pearl. Maybe we can get a bonus for like applying stacks of poison. Because at present, it's not really doing that much. But any item that charges appeals to me. Because charge just seems like, I mean, if I may say so myself, it seems like the best keyword in the game. Also, well, if we're going to do that, buy this first, and then buy this, and then honestly buy this, just to make Coral that much better. And then I think we'll leave Coral on the board. It has a 5-second cooldown. You have a 6-second cooldown. 6 damage is like nothing, though. I think we'd rather have the shield. And obviously, we want to buff the poison coming out of this. Hyverdrone slows. How about slow, Scott? We don't really want burn effects. So you're like useless. You have slow Fang. You don't have Fang. You have Lanjan and critical. You have HP. I would like to get the critical necklace, the Eagle's Talon or whatever it's called, Eagle's Talisman. I could accept Insect Wing as well. Right now, we win, like, our goal at least, is we win via Wars of Attrition, so it's going to take us a while to pop off. We're probably at a disadvantage early just because Coral also takes, not Coral, sorry, Pearl gets buffed when you have more items because cooldowns will pop more often because you have more items with cooldowns. Okay, when you slow a weapon gains damage. Unlikely to be super relevant for us, but that's okay. We have friends, so we can choose one of 2 skills. A poison skill would go kind of crazy. A skill to give us more ammunition on nothing could kind of go nutty. I don't even know what we'd be looking for here, to be honest with you. Call me crazy, man. I honestly think the Yeti Crab buff is going to be big for us. Because a Yeti, it's going to buff 4 poison instead of 2. Slight heal. I mean, we're not going to kill with any of our items, really. So I think we just have to hope that our opponent doesn't do a lot of damage or have better poison than us. They're literally a shielder. We're going to win, man. This is just a beautiful... I mean, far be it from me. Because I take heat for being bad at the Bazaar. I take some heat from the Bazaar subreddit for being bad at the Bazaar. It's nice, though. They always couch this statement in like, yeah, I love him. He's my favorite content creator. But if you ever... I know your video game skill doesn't correlate to your intelligence. But because I'm good at video games, it serves me to believe that it actually does, even though I'm saying the polite thing. Nice guy. He's a really nice guy. He might be the stupidest person making content about this game right now. And if you're watching him for any reason other than to fall asleep, you've made a grievous error. Either way, big word means I'm smarter than you. We definitely want this. Are the people who take gold skill okay? Why the heck you taking gold skill buff weapons, taking no weapons? You couldn't get a weapon out of 8 shops in the first couple of days? Like, get a load of this society, man. Let's go non-weapon items. Cove comes off cooldown all the time, man. But does it come off cooldown as much as 3 items could instead? Probably not, huh? Probably not. Probably not gonna do it. Barrel could be good for us. Like, it's less aquatic items, admittedly, but 6 seconds, 5 seconds. It'll become a super shielder for us, for sure. It would be nice to get another poison item. Like a small non-weapon item, like a jellyfish or something. A ray. I don't think we care for the ray here. Rogue Scrapper should go down, though. And Scrap would be great because it's gold. Healbot would be fine. Medkit would be fine. I don't think we'd run Barbed Wire. And Rust is pretty much irrelevant. Synergistic with one of our skills, but otherwise largely irrelevant. So we have to be careful. We could easily lose to NPCs with poison. Apart from that, though, I mean, we put up enough shield to not have to worry about direct damage too much, as long as it comes in relatively slowly. Would be awesome to level up more, though. And again, at some point, we want more, more aquatic items so that we can charge this faster, because we need to apply the poison faster to get the kills faster. More freezes would be nice, too. I think this is okay. I don't think coral's like a great item overall. Friends? I'll take a free friend. That's one of the worst we could get. Are you at least... No, you're bronze. Okay. Aquatic items, this is exactly what we want to see, though. You're a stud. And by a stud, I mean easily replaceable. You're gone, you're gone. Seaweed would be better. You're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Because I wanna buy aquatics and I want to reroll. I honestly think we just reroll. It's a rare non-Zor acid build. Wow, this is like so much worse than I would have expected, but... Now that we didn't get seaweed, let's sell you in the coral. He's the aquatic item to the right. I'm telling you, dude, there's so many poison aquatic items that can go on the other side of the Yeti crab. It doesn't have to be pufferfish. Lumbor's flail, that's kind of nasty, man. They're gonna scale pretty quick. On the bright side, we do have shield. Not as much of it as I would like. It scales slower than theirs, but just chill, just chill. So we're not doomed. We're not necessarily doomed yet. I'm loving the cowboy music, by the way. Dude, I think we mog the pig in this unique situation. I think he's cooked. I think he stands no chance.
Well, I'll admit, that was impressive.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. You didn't have to say that, but I appreciate that. That's big for a fellow like me.
Ride that tide.
Let me get a bronze tier aquatic item. I think that's fine. It's not really what I want to have on the board, but that's fine, man. And we want small items. Jellyfish, maybe. Don't really want piranha. I'll buy it because it makes coral better, but it's kind of an expensive way to subsidize this item. What do we have? Fishing rod gave us something too. I gotta check. Fishing rod gave us narwhal. Narwhal plus piranha, I think, wins here because it gives us better seashell, and pearl will go off more often. Small non... I'm still going small non-weapon, bro. That's the stuff we're talking about. That's the stuff we're talking about. I don't know if we can beat Frost Street Challenger, but I feel like I have to try because we have freeze synergy with Yeti Crab. I think there's a case to be made that there's a reasonable point to this, a reasonable reason to do it. And really, all I want to see is probably Icicle, man. I think it's the only one that really matters. But then it's not aquatic, so it's kind of hard for us to put it on the board. I don't know, maybe Snow Globe? Water Wheel must be a property, right? Maybe. I'm just trying to figure out if Snow Globe could even work for us. The extra freezing, it just buffs the poison so fast. I guess we're trying to figure out whether we want to be freeze or aquatic. Icicle, I do like it. The regen is good, but man, I don't know. I gotta take a peek, man. So let's be realistic, okay? I think it's gonna be. I think you're gonna get sold, and then I actually think we sell, buy, and then roll here. Just trying to buff the coral a little bit. Haste and slow. These are non-aquatics. I don't know if we're really going to run seaweed, but it is a healing scaler, which is nice. This is where we got to invest some money, though. So you're now free to go. This is our last spot. You starting... Oh, you should have been over here the whole time. I'm a fool, man. But you getting 2 extra poison to start with is kind of huge. We need a non-shield here. Non-shield that goes... Oh, it doesn't have to be here. It doesn't have to be there. You, we see why we wanted shield on the side of you, because you scale faster. It has to be a non-weapon. That's if we're going to run that. But Icicle gives us 4 extra poison early at the expense. You know what? I actually think maybe you run no barrel. I just don't want to cut too many aquatics. One freeze, 4 extra points. I think we got to try it like this. I might be. Last time we ran Yeti Crab Icicles, I over-focused on the amount of freeze we got at the start of the fight to the expense of the rest. It is looking like a scaling shield would go kind of crazy for us, to be fair. But we've still got good shields. Don't get that twisted up. We have scaling heal. It's looking horrible. It's actually looking horrendous. My bad. Dang. Dang. That went... Oh, dude, look at the skills, man. Holy cow. Whatever. Zor Acid Merchant. I know it because I am it. I think without a doubt, you're going to want a silver fishing rod. Is now given a catfish. Okay. A catfish is a great receiver of this. You're not going to have haste, though, but 5 seconds, non-weapon, 5 seconds. I think this is where we want to be. I recognize we could haste something with the fishing rod, because now it is faster. Okay, so there's a... You could cut barrel, and I know it's spicy to do so, and then you could run... You could run that. I still think fishing rod might be kind of bad, but we can run that. Why are we getting a weapon? Oh, we're getting a weapon because it's free. That's right. And then upgrading a bronze or buying a silver? I think this will at least... I mean, more shield is one thing, but the extra poison we'll get off of this is meaningful as well. It's a decent setup. Flame Juggler might be too tough. Retiree, though, we do have heals. When you heal, your shield items gain shield. We don't heal too much, but... A medkit would always be good. I think the seaweed... I still think you run the coral, just because coral's a worse item, but it got started a lot faster. But man, like, the seaweed is making it... Why does coral exist, man? Seaweed mogs it so quickly.
Whatever happened to respect your elders?
Yeah. Days gone by. It's the bigger love of the family. I know what you're talking about. Gain regen equal 10%. I'm thinking about it for once. Gain regen equal to 10% of this item's heal for the fight. Maybe we could store it. I don't think it's ever coming out, but I think we could store it. Let's take a peek. Whatever, man. We leveled. I'm not sweating it. We leveled.
Rally, men! Blades to the wind!
Rightmost shield item. When you crit, your shield items gain shield. 30 shield, you're getting 20 shield. I feel okay about taking this and then moving you over. Cookie Scrub.
My fight isn't with you.
Cookie Scrub is a great name, man.
My dreams are too big for you to...
Square Pig. The longbow. No lumbors, please. No lumbors. Okay, frozen longbow is extremely helpful. We're going to need to get out some poison damage so we don't get multicasted upon, please. Are you hearing this music? We are not going to be multicasted upon today. That's huge.
Well, I guess motivation...
Yeti Crab is such a good item, man. And I mean good not just in the sense that it's powerful. I think it's like a powerful item that is not OP. Zor Acid, I think, is OP. Obviously, this is like Bronze 4 talking, so don't take it too seriously, but... You give up a lot to make the Yeti Crab work. You kind of have to structure your run around it.
I can feel our energies.
But it has a very powerful impact. When I had a fishing rod, I had a very good crab. We don't need you. It's going to slow us down slightly to run it like this, but That's going to be huge, man. Dive weights is really good, too. Like, you could probably justify cutting you. The thing is, you also are going to get a buff. Because we're going to come across a B1 and B2 and level you up, like, for free. So I think you just fit nicely here. Obviously, another poison item in this spot would go even better, but... Now, you're also very interesting. In fact, I think you're so interesting that we have to. I could... losing that gold access, though. Like, pulling you off the board makes a lot of sense. Selling you. And then probably... Because we want to... We want... Water wheel right here. We'd probably cut a seaweed to make it happen. Then how are we going to get the money, Lebowski? Because this is a lot of extra poison right out of the gate, man. 8 extra poison on you, 4 on you. I need you to... Yeah, sure. It's a very interesting world we're living in these days. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna sell the seaweed. And I'm gonna sell the seashell, which I think has been very helpful for us, to be fair. Also gives you some of the shield, which is nice at least. But then you're gonna fit in here. We have one small space we can't put anything in. But we didn't have to give up our... We didn't have to give up our golden fishing rod, which I think is very valuable. It'd be nice to have you adjacent to 2 aquatics. I don't think that can happen. Not yet, anyway. It'd be nice to fight an aquatic Andrew. They don't exist. Fair enough. If I'm being real with you, I think Harkuvian Rocket Trooper giving us the boots would be crazy and make Water Wheel a lot better. But this, like, the run is in flux right now, but it's in a great spot, man. Because, like, then you haste and you start to go, and you go, and you go, and you go like crazy, and you go. Now, we have very, very little defense, but the speed at which we apply poison is ridiculous. By the way, I just realized our ammo skill is actually indeed helping us out here, man. Not boots, and not very good for us. Probably the sort of thing we would just sell. Not even like a transformation target, I think. There's got to be a functional small in here. It's not you. You're at least aquatic. I'll buy you just to hold the space for defying gravity. Yeah, I can live with that. We're going to level again as well. You could be next to a friend at least, but then you're not next to him. Yeah, that's a good point. We got a lot of adjacent stuff here. I think this time we're going to have to accept, like, maybe just a shield item. Dude! +1 income is kind of nutty. Silver aquatic, I don't even need to look at the other. That's insane! So, really, all I'm looking for right now out of Illusoray is it lowering the cooldown of dive weights by 1 second. I can totally live with that, man.
Go ahead.
What are you coming out of the gate with a 1-weapon submersible? Okay, it's going to be hasted. The catfish is going to do some work. There's no doubt about that. We're going to take some damage, but once the party gets started, man, I think we're going to be putting out some serious heat on you here. You got your shields, don't get me wrong, and you got your life steals, don't get me wrong, but we're bringing some serious pain.
Less blunder, more plunder.
And our shield actually did just fine. Not to... Oh, dude, the hasted Yeti crabs are doing great work. We're 4-1 in a ranked match, dude. That feels great. We just got a gold ambergris. Could use it as a bank a little bit. Okay. Let's see, man. I'm Chili Charles, mother fricker. This is huge for us. As soon as we put some poison on him, he's done. Okay. Golden Icicle. I could probably be persuaded to dump Illusoray to run Golden Icicle. You could do the obvious thing and dump Bronze Icicle for Gold Icicle, but the double Icicle at the start. I mean, dude, can I just say, you're basically you're a pearl to a fellow like me, because you're putting out 103 poison. You put out 230. You put out 320 poison. I apologize. I did not put enough respect on you. Holy cow. Freeze 3 small items for 1 second. I'm sorry, man. I gotta try. I know you're not aquatic, but I gotta try. I'm trying to get another pearl out here, too. You have me. You have me. I mean, you already know what I'm thinking. It's the possibility of, like, coulda... Nah, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say we're gonna stay away from that. But I did think about the idea that possibly we could have beaten the Lich. But why risk it, man? Why put ourselves behind the 8 ball when we're in such a great position right now? It's not like anyone in ranked is doing you any favors. I will say, you freeze 3 small items. That gives... It does give 24 poison to you. Okay, maybe there's a justifiable case to have you out here. Greatest silver or lower. Lots of great options if we're being real. I think the gimme is the Yeti crab that hits your 2 poisoners. We could transform, but the transformation seems like so low odds. I mean, it could be dive weights. Small weapon is like basically guaranteed to be useless for us, but at least it doesn't cost us anything. This, on the other hand, haste, slow, and cooldown items. Trash. Still trash, but everyone loves the eel this patch. I'm an eel respecter. Maybe not as much as some other people are respecting it, but I've started to use it. Seems like eel plus like the Crimson Silencer or whatever it's called, the Crimson Scope. Those are the ones that they're taking people by storm. This looks like we're in danger. It's a build that we would benefit from having high defense against. Actually, wait a second though. No, we're dead. They're dead. Never mind. Ice Cube. It's not for the pop charts. That's huge, man. And that was a Vanessa that was... I think there were 5 wins on day 6, man. So I'm feeling very solid about this. Let's see some items. We want to check out our gold.
Sometimes I sell stuff.
I mean, that is kind of what we were taking a gamble on, which I appreciate. You might be able to leave at some point. I got to think about that. Haste all smalls actually might have been, like holster might have been a great start to get the things going a little faster. Let's see if we get the chance to buy it again.
First step toward good taste.
I don't really want these. I like what we've got going on right now.
You're a smart one.
That's not worth too much, but it's worth something. We're kind of on autopilot right now, but that tends to be great for saving money. I do... Okay. That's, no. Don't be a fool. This is very dangerous. But I do think it's possible. We're going to have a lot of burns stacked on us. But I think we can stack up enough shield to have a chance. This is one where I'm like, I'm taking a shot at it, okay? It may be a mistake, but I feel like we're justified in taking a stab at it. Ice Cube! We actually... It's going to look like we weren't close. We were 2 seconds away from the kill. 2 seconds can be an eternity in a game like this, but like we were very close. I can't be too upset about that one. We gut-checked ourselves.
Decide your deathstruments.
Not going to be a rowboat. Friend gains multicast. Increase this item's cooldown. It's not aquatic, so I'm going to say no. There's gotta be some aquatic freezers, right? Or you know what we're looking for? Icicle. We're looking for,
Ooh-wee. Now that's a bargain.
Good question. No, we're looking for iceberg, I think. Wow, this was a slap in the face. We're looking for iceberg. Let's see what we can get going with freeze skills, too. Like poison freezing would be nice.
Let's
First time you freeze haste, when you freeze your weapons gain damage. When you crit, we don't really crit. I'm going to pay for the reroll. That's what we want to see. That's one extra poison. Sorry, it's one extra freeze, which is a ton of extra poison, plus the freeze. And it's automatic. It's going to happen like within the first 5 seconds of every fight.
Noticed? I'm huge.
Beast of Burden. 400 damage Beast of Burden? I don't know, man. The cooldown is so high, I feel like I'm not too stressed right now. That's a lot of poison. It's tough to compete with something like that, man. You have my sympathy there. I'm gonna have to pause probably at the end of day 8. It's not even a joke. I'm phoning the city to see if we can get a slide put in at a playground. Because I'm out of respect for the situation, I'm not saying anything. Because I don't think it's this particular employee their fault. There's a lot of broken playground equipment. And we can put a man on the moon, but we can't fix a slide in the playground. Somebody's got to... Mr. Smith is going to Washington, is what I'm trying to say, okay? I don't think you're making it. You're tempting, but I don't think you're making it. And the extra poison seems minor in comparison to the buffs that we're getting. So let's fish for something truly spectacular.
Sylvia's got class, but no taste.
It's trash.
Oh, that's
Fair enough.
silver.
Maybe should have taken the free poison, but like we get to 100 poison, man. So how am I supposed to be like stoked? How am I supposed to be stoked to get 3 poison when like a second into the fight we get 1 billion poison? First 5 times you slow. Okay, so all we want to see here is thermal lance. Is if you or any diamond item. If you give me a diamond item, I would probably sell it because I don't think there's any. I'm trying to think. What we want to see more than anything else is large items. Because if we can put an iceberg on the board, we would probably feel comfortable even cutting dive weights. Or maybe even cutting water wheel, as crazy as it may seem. Not a good skill for us. Probably justifiable to not even take it. Give me 800 shield for the fight. Medium items are kind of ticking me off, to be honest. I don't think there's a medium item we want, so I think it's a save round. That's actually, I think it's a pretty good upgrade, bro. It's going to scale a lot faster now. Silver loot. 10% crit chance. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. We haven't made changes to our board in quite some time, but that might be okay. I certainly think that, like, the 10-piece has a chance. What are you rocking, man? Iceberg! That's what I want to rock! And the ladle is going to get super buffed by all the freezing. Oh, jeez, man. When you freeze, gain 6 regen? I gotta stop attacking, man. I don't know. We're gonna lose. I'll tell you that for sure. But we were not that far off. It did just happen to have 700 regen, that's kind of tough to deal with. I gotta put some respect on him. You got the item I want. All right, I'm gonna put this on pause for now. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna fight this guy first because he's right here. What do you got? I don't even remember what you got. When you use a large haste 2 smalls. I mean, even more haste is good. 12% crit chance would be good. Coolant might work better than ice cubes. Don't die. We didn't die. Ice cubes takes 10 seconds. Coolant takes 5. It freezes 2 items. And cleansing the burn would be a positive too. Dude, that's crazy. Hang on, I gotta see all that the Bazaar has to offer first. I'm 5 minutes early. Whenever I say I'm gonna be late, you gotta acknowledge I'm an early person. So when I feel that I'm late, that's my cue that I'm still early. Now that'll fall apart at some point, but... Haste them. Haste them. Haste them. They're freezing. They're scaling. They're freezing and scaling, brother. Look at the freezing and then look at the scaling. Too bad nobody plays Dooley anymore. So all I'm saying is that when Dooley was overpowered, all the Dooley players were saying stuff like, when you poison, gain 10 regen. All the Doolies were saying stuff like, I just really like playing the cute robot. And now that Dooley sucks, people are like, he's unplayable. Make it make sense, bro. So I'm the type of beast that thinks you need to become restorative. Because you're going to heal for 10x the amount of poison. And you're going to heal for 1,000 mighty quick. But for now, I'm going to pause. See you in a minute. All right, gamers, we're back. Maybe we're not back. Maybe the game crashed. I'll be right back. All right, gamers, we're really back this time. I don't really remember what I was doing. I don't really remember what I was doing at all, to be honest with you. I believe I have 2 Yeti crabs, a restorative catfish, a pearl that's toxic. I forgot I got coolant as well. Okay, no, this is very interesting. You're never gonna make it. We're what? We're 6 and 2 on day 9. I can live with that. I can live with you starting with a better heal, maybe. The HP is not nothing, don't get me wrong, but we're not gonna level. I don't care about Hero Merchant to the same syllabic tone as Chicken Jockey. Hero Merchant! Sorry, by the way, I got some sweat stains. I don't know if you can see them. I decided to really become a middle-aged man, and I took my phone call outside with Bluetooth headphones in. I don't know if you guys have ever tried this. It really does improve the quality of your phone call by a lot. I was almost having a good time. I was almost like saying stuff like, hey, let's circle back to what we were talking about earlier just to have some more fun in the sun. Wow! Wow! Okay, we're gonna go to lethal. I believe your run is good, don't get me wrong. A little pedestrian, but good nonetheless. But I still think that our run has got a real shot, man. Radiant doesn't appeal to me at all.
So dull. Let me brighten them.
Let's go with please apply some kind of status effect.
Taste of the worlds you can't see.
Relatively insignificant. Can you let me talk? Can you let me talk for a second? There's like 7 voice lines happened all at once. I'm gonna freak out. I definitely don't want 20 regen. I don't really care about buffing weapons because we don't have any. First time you fall below half health, your burn items have their cooldowns reduced. I guess we're getting 1 extra second of freeze. They kind of hate me. They're kind of preying on my downfall.
The Bazaar's the only
First 4 times you use an ammo item, slow an item, and you use an ammo item against crit chance. I'm gonna fish for something a little better. We could get some slows, but I'd really like to get something that's like a little bit more meaningful. Extra haste might not be that, but it might be that. I really don't believe we can beat Frost Street Champion, man. I don't see it happening. I don't see our 10 regen being like a big element here. It's just, you're just too hard to beat, to be honest with you. You fit the theme of our run, but knowing that we're likely to get hit, everything's going to be frozen, our engine is going to stop, and then we're going to get hit by like an ice club for 10,000 is going to ruin us. So, sure are a lot of sound effects popping off here.
The Outlander way is
I believe we have a better than 50% chance of getting to 7. Nice for money, not that we need it. Any chance we could level? 1100 shield to start with could be helpful. Slow items. The thing is, I don't expect this to be good, man. I think we got to take the thing that genuinely gives us the best chance, which I think is probably either starting you with 50 more heal or just having 325 more HP. I'm going to take the 50 heal again. We're in a very similar spot, you and I. You're level 11. I must be 11 or 12 on this one. What am I? Level 11. You got a lot of small items. I feel like small items work well when we have ice cubes. Because if we can freeze your beetle, well, you're gonna go off first. But if we could then freeze your beetle and slow your engine, that'll make our engine go much faster. But keep the beetle if you're gonna freeze the beetle! What's going on? Wait, we own them. We own them, dude! I beat the Dooley at his own game, and that's why people don't play Dooley anymore. I understand it now, I get it. Still, we run this town. 7 wins. 7 wins is the kind of, that's the aura buff that I needed today in the Bazaar. We've been having some semi-rough Bazaar runs. We got so much money, we gotta peak. That's big. It might not be relevant at all now that I think about it, but you're done. We're not transforming you, so you're done. Let's spend some money today, man. We're not a slowing build.
Ride that tide!
We want gold tier loot, we want cooldown reduction. But that's alright, that's 20 static heal. You could perhaps give me a golden water wheel. A diamond fishing rod. I think it's not gonna work for us, but I'm not that upset by it. It's gotta be Lord of the Wastes again. Awakened District does damage based on its health and shield. And we're going to do no damage to the shield. So I think it's just that you gotta recognize, you gotta meet the game where it is, man. As much as I would love to just YOLO it and try to XP max, I don't think we're built for that kind of life right now.
The Bazaar is corrupt. Let the desert cleanse you.
I'm gonna let the desert cleanse me. You died, by the way. What are you talking about being cleansed, bro? Maybe you should look in the mirror. We run this town, is what I'm trying to say. 140 gold. We're not gonna find an outlet for that, man. It's just not gonna happen. 2x, 1 XP. Alright, I'm gonna go 12% cooldown reduction. Personally, it's tough, man. I think I'm gonna go... You already go off so often, man. I almost feel like a 12% cooldown reduction on our ice cubes to get poison stacking faster might be the play. We are gonna level...
Now this is
Upgrade
how you
an
win a war.
item. Let me see what happens to ice cubes, man. I don't think ice cubes is that good, but I'm kind of enjoying it because I never get to rock it. Never seems to fit. It'll freeze for 2 seconds instead of 1. What about coolant? Coolant freezes an extra item. This will lower your cooldown by a second, which is also really good. I think I'm gonna go coolant, man. I don't know. One extra item getting frozen is, well, how much is it? It's 10 plus, it's 16 extra poison. We're going down! I'm yelling timber, people!
Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
But the important thing is we had fun along the way.
Legend on Palago.
Lifesteal shielded electric eels with a little orange Julian access. You know what? Some freeze, wait, does freeze even stop eels? I'm operating on the principle that we're cooked. But every time we freeze it, no, wait, we're dead. The freezing did nothing, bro. It did nothing at all. Anyway, okay, we had fun though. I had fun. It's good to be playing the Bazaar again. 7 wins in ranked. That's a dub for a guy like me. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. I'm sorry, I insulted myself. I'm not bronze 4, I'm bronze 3, man. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Later.